Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Daniel Defoe, 1660 to 1731. Defoe tried his hand at several things before turning to writing. He was in turn a soldier, businessman, inventor, and government spy. He then became a political journalist, wrote in journals, and produced innumerable pamphlets. Defoe was nearly 60 years old when he wrote Robinson Crusoe, 1719, in order to make money. He was lucky. The book became an immediate success. People thought it was an authentic autobiography, an impression created by the simple colloquial style and the detailed description. He used this illusion of reality technique again in a journal of the plague year, 1722. This work was for many years taken to be an eyewitness account of the Great Plague in 1665, when Defoe was only 5 years old. The success of Robinson Crusoe encouraged Defoe to write several more pseudo-autobiographies. The best known is Moll Flanders, 1722, The Confessions of a Female Criminal. Defoe's influence on later English writing has been enormous. Although his stories are usually very loosely constructed as series of events, their illusion of reality marks the beginning of a new form of art and entertainment. Robinson Crusoe has, in fact, often been described as the first real novel in English literature. The hero of the book, i.e. Robinson Crusoe, is a merchant shipwrecked on a small island. After some moments of dismay, he sees that the ship has been carried within reaching distance, and quickly realizing that he will need provisions, he swims back to the ship before it sinks completely. He makes a raft and brings some useful things back with him: clothes, food, and guns and tools. Now Crusoe is apparently alone in this strange country, where it seems he will have no work to work hard in order to survive. My next work was to view the country and seek a proper place for my habitation, and where to stow my goods to secure them for whatever might happen. Where I was I yet knew not, whether on the continent or on an island, whether inhabited or not inhabited, whether in danger of wild beasts or not. There was a hill, not above a mile from me, which rose up very steep and high, and which seemed to overtop some other hills, which lay as a ridge from it northward. I took out some of the pistols and a horn of powder, and thus armed I travelled for discovery up the top of that hill, where, after I have had great labour and difficulty got to the top, I saw my fate to my great affliction, viz., that I was in an island with no land to be seen, except some rocks which lay a great way off, and two small islands less than this, which lay to the west. I found also that the island I was in was barren, and, as I saw good reason to believe, uninhabited, except by wild beasts, of whom, however, I saw none. Yet I saw an abundance of fowls, but knew not their kinds, neither, when I killed them, could I tell what was fit for food and what not. At my coming back, I shot a great bird, which I saw sitting upon a tree on the side of a great wood. I believe it was the first gun that had been fired there since the creation of the world. I had no sooner fired, but from all the parts of the wood there arose an innumerable number of fowls, of many sorts, making a confused screaming and crying everywhere, according to this usual note, but not one of them of any kind that I knew. Contented with this discovery, I came back to my craft and fell to work to bring my cargo on shore, which took me up the rest of that day. And what to do with myself at night I knew not, nor indeed where to rest, for I was afraid to lie down on the ground, not knowing but some wild beast might devour me, though, as I afterwards found, there was really no need for those fears. However, as well as I could, barricaded myself round with the chests and boards that I had brought on shore, and made a kind of hut for that night's lodging. From Robinson Crusoe, 1719, by Daniel Defoe. A. Check your reading. 1. Why does Crusoe want to find a place to put his goods? 2. Why does he climb up the hill? 3. Why does he take a gun with him? 4. Why does he think it was the first gun that had been fired there since the creation of the world? What does he mean when he says that? 5. Why is he contented with this discovery? 6. Why doesn't he want to lie down when he sleeps at night? 7. Why do you think there was really no need for those fears? 8. How does he manage to make himself a shelter for the night? B. Language. How would you characterize the language in this passage, considering the fact that it was written in 1719, i.e. nearly 300 years ago? Discussion. A. Why do you think Robinson Crusoe was and always has been a huge success among readers? What makes this extract attractive and fascinating? Or do you have a different opinion? If so, what do you think? B. How do you think the story will continue? Are there any clues in the extract? C. Defoe is famous for his detailed descriptions in Robinson Crusoe. Give examples of good descriptions in this extract. Explain why they are good or not very good if you don't agree. Abundance. According to. Affliction. Apparently. Arise, arose, arisen. Ashore. Barren. Barricade oneself. Board. Cargo. Caribbean. Chest. Chilean. Contented with. Continent. Deserted. Devour. Dismay. Fate. Fall. Fell to work. Fit for. Flesh and blood. Foul. Habitation. Hut. Innumerable. Kind. Labor. Lodging. Merchant. Overtop. Powder. Proper. Provisions. Raft. Relate. Rename. Request. At his own request. Rich. Shipwrecked. Stow. View. Viz. Wit. That was the end of the first Robinson. Now is the second one.